Shukran sana nitajaribu kuya combine haya maswala pengine into certain thematic areas. Kuna mengine yamehusiana sana na yaloibuka zaidi ni cheche kuhusu Ruto na kuhusu UDA na kuhusu independent candidates. Kwanza ningelipenda kuwashukuru sana kwa hayo maswala, na pia na nitajibu kwa Kiswahili maana kuna wengine wetu hapa pengine Kiswahili walikuwa watakipia kwa Kizungu kama tulivyokuwa requested. Kwa hivyo nitaanza na yale yaliokuwa mepesi mwanzo. Ndugu yetu Athman Said Ambar aliulizia kwamba kuna hii policy ya 75% on employment. Sasa hii ni sheria ambayo imebuniwa na ni sheria ya bunge, lakini nafikiria watu wanai-interpret from the other side of the equation, kwa sababu ya kuzuilia county na zote za Kenya kutofanya mambo kwenye employment ya ile county. Ikawa ndani ya ile county kuna watu ambao wanachaguliwa kwenye employment who are coming from the major communities in that county. Ndio ikawekwa hiyo sheria kwamba ile employment ya watu watakao employed in the county must not exceed 75% of certain communities. Na hata kama wataka kuibuni kwamba pia watu wa area nyingine, ilikuwa ni a protection kwamba wale ambao walioko ndani ya county pia kuwe na diversity in that county. Lakini haijasema kwamba 75% of the employment places must go to the county and 25% of different regions. Hiyo ni just a clarification. Lakini nakubaliana na wewe kwamba employment ndani ya county inabidi iwe to a large extent wenyeji wa pale, na wenyeji wa pale sijamaanisha Wanati peke yake, na namaanisha kwamba hata kama ni jamii ambazo ni nje ya zile Mombasa County, lakini ni jamii ambazo zaishi pale, zina biashara zao pale, zina maslaha yao pale, wao pia wana haki ya kupatiwa nafasi za ile kazi. Kwa hivyo I agree with you, na bila shaka tukiingia kwenye government, there are policies that are going to be made ambayo ita rationalize the manner in which we get employment. Kwanza, we take everybody interests on board, na pia we must ensure that we have the face of the county represented in the county governance structures, kwa sababu sote tuingia kwenye pote moja. Kuhusu oil refinery, that is part of revival of the businesses in Mombasa. Mombasa is not just about port businesses. Revival yake si port businesses. Lazima kwanza turegeshe zile ambazo zimeondoka. There was no reason why the refinery went. Absolutely no reason. And there is no reason why it shouldn't come back. Yote hizi ni policy decisions. And like what I have said, we have had very poor policy making. Policy making ambao haichukui into account local interests. Now all this time, tangu independence, we had representatives. Tulikuwa na vigogo, tukawa na marehemu pia Sharif Nasir na wengineo. They did what they did. They were good leaders. Lakini successively, there has been a failure on policy. 10 years down the line in county government, what do we have to show for it? Na yote ni kwa sababu gani? It's all about poor leadership. Si mambo mengine. Na narudi kwa ndugu yangu Swaleh, Habib Swaleh, who I admired a lot in my youth and beyond. He's very talented, mashallah. Kwa kusema kwamba you are a person of integrity. You are a person ambaye you are well read. You are a person of good morals. But that is not enough. I'm shocked. Manake, what we have now is the opposite. We have leaders of not of good morals. We have leaders who are challenged kwenye mambo ya kufikiria mambo kwa mapana na marefu. Yeah? And that is why we are where we are today. If it was just about the money, they had the money component, but they screwed us up because of that. Tukizungumzia habari ya budget ya 1 billion, why should somebody spend 1 billion shilling to earn a salary ambayo haiwezi hata kuregesha a quarter of that, even if they was to serve 5 years? That should set us off thinking. Hii yote ni culture ya handouts ambao tuko nayo, and we want to change those mindsets. Kwa fupi, what I can say about it ni kwamba it's not important that I win. It's not important. I'm not here for myself. I'm here for all of us. Unaona? Lakini if we start on a journey, this journey has 2 imperatives. Imperative number 1, obviously, is to win and do real change. But the imperative number 2 is the kind of principles and values ambazo tutakazozitumia kwenye electioneering. It is a journey of awakening people's minds. It is a journey ya kuamsha hisia in the right direction, that we've got to demand for our space. It is a journey of ideas, a competition of ideas, na kuregesha ustaarabu, sio magoma. You'll spend money, teza ngoma. You'll spend money, dish out. You'll spend money, noma bandali ya sukari na ya unga. Now, I'm also addressing the question that how wengine wana popularity, but I think the question ambayo which is coming forward is, am I late? Am I entering this race late? I think Nikki conceptualized properly, that is what we are discussing. It is yes. I'm entering it late. It is yes. Kwa sababu others have been planning for this for a long time. They've hit the ground running, as you're saying. They're holding rallies. They're holding engagements. Imetoka opportunity kama jana watu kwenda kuswali pale uwanja wa Makadara, which is a good thing. They also piled on it. Wakaanza kuzungumza habari ya watu wanavyoshikwa. But do we realize kwamba hawa ni jamaa wako miaka 10, kama wako as MPs, wako as senators, wako as governors? What have they done regarding that very issue ambao leo wamepandilia pale for a photo opportunity, about an opportunity to come to the microphone? So we need to be a little bit realistic about this idea that they've hit the ground running, that they're popular, they're holding shows, they're holding whatever. Nataka kuwauliza all of us, katika show zao zote walozifanya, katika interactions zote walozifanya, has anyone spoken about the port? Has anyone spoken about corruption? Has anyone spoken about revamping the way we govern the county government to deliver services? Have they spoken about education? Have they spoken about unemployment? Other than watuambia tu, we will generate employment. Have they shown us how? Have they shown us what their plans are? Kwa hivyo, it's true they've hit the ground running. It's true that I have my brother Hassan Omar in the same party, UDA, ambao anaran, ambao tusema kwamba he's hit the ground running, but has he articulated all these things? We are 9 months away from elections. So I'm not in agreement kwamba sisi we are late in this journey. There is enough time. 9 months to the general elections. We know, especially in Kenya, that politics, 9 months is a very long time. One day in politics, the word changes. Ile handshake ili change vitu all of a sudden, suddenly, and we went on another direction altogether. However, we are organizing differently. We'll work with people differently. We will take our campaign differently and effectively. The journey has begun. I'm getting inputs from people. Your inputs are very valuable. As to what methods I will employ, is an interactive method, a participatory method, but what I can tell you, I'm not going to dish money. Never. I will not. Otherwise, mtu anaitoa pesa akakupa wewe for electing the person in office. The moment the person comes in office, he forgets about you. We all know it. After 5 years, wanakuja tena knocking over on our doors. Mitele, ungawangano, magoma, shilingi 5, shilingi 100, shilingi 500. That is what we've been treated to in and out all this time. So if that is how we are saying they've hit the ground, and that is the importance of funding, then I beg to differ. I think we need to be smart in the way we organize. And we'll come up. I'm not worried that others are ahead of me. To catch up, we have a strategy. Yeah, and I'm not about to reveal the strategy here, other than saying that it is going to be very participatory. Now, the other issue ambayo imekuja ni kwamba there are other issues. Why political party, jamani? You know, the issue of independence sounds very nice. It sounds very romantic. It's good. I agree with you. My first instinct was always to become an independent candidate. But the instinct was driven by the fact that it would have been appropriate kama position is an MP, ama ile position is an MCA. His oppositions, they are much open to independent candidates, and I'm not being theoretical about it. Let's look at facts. Nionyesha gavana mmoja Kenya hii ambayo katika gavana wote 47 ambao wameingia ofisi as an independent candidate. None. And it will not happen. Na kuna mmoja pia alijaribu Mombasa County, if I'm not mistaken, Mheshimiwa Marua. He fell short of the votes that were required to take him across. Now, the issues are, why a political party? Political party nakubaliana, they have to be based on ideologies. I also agree with you, political parties are simply vehicles that to take somebody across to political power. It has no philosophy. It has nothing for the people. It is based on nice manifestos ambazo hazitekelezwi. Kama nilivyoanzia kusema, politicians wanatabia kwamba ni warongo, si wa kweli. Unaona? So that is how we are. Lakini we don't have strong party ideologies kama vile munaona Uingereza. Watu wanazalikana ndani ya chama. A chama goes on ethics, on ideologies. We are still in formative stages about political participation through political parties. Now, it is important kuingia kwenye chama ambacho kina support in a region. It is without any doubt that chama kilichokuwa kina support overwhelmingly ilikuwa ni ODM. Na kwa nini chama huwa kina popularity fulani? Ni kwa sababu it is fielding a presidential candidate, it is fielding for all the 6 positions iko na candidate. When they go about campaigning, they campaign as a group. So imagine, let's take the governor's position, wale MCA, when they are on the ground in all the 30 sub-counties of Mombasa, zile ward, when they are campaigning, they are also campaigning for the member of parliament. They are campaigning for their woman rep. They are also campaigning for the governor and also campaigning from the president. Ile back-to-back networking and the strength of the party is what makes candidates who are in a political party have by far a huge step ahead from everybody else. Now, history in Kenya proves that parties are organizing in this way, and they may even translate into a wave, which then starts helping all those aspirants who are going to that one. Another thing, as an independent candidate, let us be realistic. Tunajua kwamba a person who becomes a governor needs to have a stable governance structure. Kwamba the checkmate for the governor is always going to be the county assembly. It has its plus points, it has its minus points. The plus point, it is an effective check on the powers of the governor in the sense that ukitokea zile sababu ambazo zimewekwa kwenye katiba, misconduct, going against court orders, going against the constitution, ama wakawa ni watu ambao hawezi tena kufanya ile kazi kwa sababu ugonjwa, maradhi, ama mtu kwa mfano, the only way to remove a sitting governor from office is to do a petition within the county assembly, supported by at least 1/3 of the MCAs. Halafu itoke kwa speaker wa county, kubalike, ipeleke kwa speaker wa Senate, governor akaji akaanga